Welcome to Friday. Hope you guys have had a good week here. So I thought I'd start with our Friday funny. What did the mouse say to the other mouse when he tried to steal his cheese? That's nacho cheese. All right, I thought that was a fun way to start out our Friday. Let's go ahead and look at our lesson here. Again, I'll move my face around. All right, so today we're working on transitions and then continue to work on your body paragraphs. The body paragraphs are due today, so this is really that last step in the body paragraphs. So, learning target, then I can revise to incorporate the appropriate transition for each body paragraph. So, that means our success criteria to help us get to that is one, I can use an appropriate transition to introduce the first body paragraph. Two, I can use the appropriate transition to introduce the second body paragraph. Three, I can use an appropriate transition to introduce the counterclaim. And four, I can use an appropriate transition to introduce the rebuttal. All right, remember that all goes along with our writing an argument standard. And that goes along with that organization. So transitions or the transitions, that's important because they tie together thoughts and clarify relationships. And that's really going to, that clarifying relationships is really what's going to apply to the counterclaim and rebuttal paragraph. Going to kind of separate within that one paragraph those two different ideas. So that's why we really focus on transitions and why they're important. So let's look at some examples of transitions. And again, let's move me over. I'm just going to float around the page here. So there's just tons of transitions that you can use. So you can choose from any of these transitions to help you form your body paragraphs, to help begin your body paragraphs. And then if you see kind of in the middle of your body paragraphs where you want to add in one of these transitions, you totally can. So I've got three different sets here on this page that are generally good to use throughout your writing, and really any type of writing that you're doing, whether it be an argument like we're writing now, an informative piece, a narrative piece that you might be doing, a creative writing piece that you might do, maybe for fiction, but these transitions work well. And so they're all ordered as well. So we've got transitions for emphasis. So if you want to emphasize something, which means you want to bring it to the forefront, make it sound really important, you would use those. If you're going to add to something, that's that addition one. Contrast shows the difference. Those might be the ones that you use in your rebuttal and counterclaim paragraph. Order or sequencing, those are ones that you would use kind of in your topic sentences for your paragraphs. Transitioning the reader from one idea to the other, smoothly moving the reader through your writing. And then again, there's down here with transition word and phrases for agreement, addition, and similarity. So again, you've just got these lists, just a plethora of things that you, or words that you can choose from with your with those transitions. Okay, so you can always jump back to this slide in the slides for today for help with that. All right, so let's go ahead and move forward here, and let's look at my example. So I can't move myself over. Let's see if I can make me smaller. Nope. All right, we'll just move up here. So this is my first body paragraph. Okay, and you can see highlighted in blue the transition that I chose to use. So I said, one way the microwave oven has changed the way humanity prepares meals is its ability to speed up the cooking process. So remember, this is our topic sentence. All right, this is what we worked on a few days ago. I think it was Tuesday we worked on these topic sentences. And so you had to have a transition in there anyway. So now you have a plethora of lists. If you don't like the transition that you chose, you can totally choose another one. Again, we're in that rough draft writing stage where anything goes. You can change it up to make it fit you and to make it sound like you know what you're talking about, because that's really key when we write these arguments here. So I chose to use one way. Now, and over here we've got my bulleted list. So since this is my first body paragraph, or this is my first body paragraph, excuse me. So my transition it has to indicate that this is that first body paragraph, I wouldn't use transitions like next or therefore or furthermore, because those are ones that are continuing on with an idea. It's not necessarily you're starting it out like this is what I'm thinking. The next and therefore and furthermore are more of those continuing on, or you're ending up your ideas. Okay. So you're not going to use them for that. I'm just beginning my reasons, and so I want that transition that's going to indicate that I'm beginning that. And a transition that's doing that is when I say one way. All right, let's look at my second body paragraph here. So it says, in addition, and again, this is my second body paragraph, so I can now use the ones that are like next or in addition or the second reason. Those are ones that you can use because, again, it's following along. It's the next thing that you're talking about. So I chose to use that word or those words in addition. And then the microwave oven has changed the way humanity prepares meals by costing less and taking up less space in the kitchen. So again, that's my topic sentence. And then you can see the rest of the paragraph, that second paragraph for my argument. So again, I would not use the transitions to begin with or first, or the first reason is, because those are ones that you're going to save for that or not the introduction, but that first body paragraph. Okay. So I'm continuing my reasons. So I need to use a transition that's going to be the continuation. It's going to continue my thoughts. It's going to continue my ideas. It's going to continue my argument. Okay. So let's look at now our counterclaim and rebuttal paragraph, which is that third one. Now, with those, there are a couple different transitions that you can use. Okay, so the following transitions can be used to introduce the counterclaim and the rebuttal, and you are expected to do that, to use these transitions. So for the counterclaim, we've got a few down here that says critics argue, opponents assert, or opponents say. Many people say, it's often thought, some say, opponents argue, those who disagree believe. So these are all ones that you can use and pull from. All right. Rebuttals for the transitions, or rebuttal transitions are what we have indicated in yellow. And then you'll fill in whatever's in brackets, what you think is going to fit with your argument. So you can say what this argument overlooks or fails to consider, does not take into account. Again, you're talking about the counterclaim. So what this argument, and with that, you're thinking counterclaim. And then you come down here and say is. So what this argument fails to take into consideration is what? All right, and then you explain, and that's your rebuttal. You can also say this view sounds good at first, but, and then you give your reasons why. When you use that word but, it means you've got another side that you're going to tell. And then we also have, while this position is popular, it is not supported by facts. It's not logical. It's impractical, something like that. And then again, you finish it out and you would explain why. Although the core of this claim is valid, it suffers from a flaw in its reasoning and its application. And then again, you would explain why. Or you can just use that word, however. Okay. And that again shows you're giving an opposite view. All right, so this is what they look like in action. So this is that counterclaim and rebuttal paragraph. So I chose to use the some people would argue that. Okay, that's my transition to the counterclaim. And when I say some people would argue that, that means I am introducing the opposite view, that counterclaim. And again, we have the microwaves are not worth the purchase because they emit radiation. All right, that's my counterclaim. They emit radiation. And then, of course, I have my evidence to prove that. Now we get down here, and I just simply chose to use the word however. However, then I cite my source, and then I give the evidence, and then I have my rebuttal. The technology is safe. Okay, so again, I chose to use the some people argue that and the transition, however, for my rebuttal. Okay, remember, you've got that list right here that you're going to choose from. All right, and so again, you can come back to these slides, it'll show this to you. All right, so your job today is revise your body paragraphs by adding in the appropriate transition. Okay, the links that I have in the module, and I'll show it to you real quick here. So when we're in the module, I've got those links here under that counterclaim and rebuttal body paragraphs. Okay, remember I introduced those yesterday. Those same links to those same websites are there. You can obviously go into Canvas again in our module. You click here and it's going to take you to this lesson. You should be here anyway. This is where you got the video, but go there as well. And also you've got the link to the assignment in Canvas. All right, so again, your assignment is you're revising your body paragraphs by adding in the appropriate transitions. All right, so I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday with our video lesson. All right, take care.